And welcome back to another episode of Team Building. And today I'm gonna present to you a team that I think it's gonna be really fun to play and maybe interesting as well to some of you. The team I'm talking about is Yang, Serah, and Ignis. Now, we've seen Yang paired with Terra and all of that stuff. Yes, but I also want to use Yang here in this case as our main damage dealer overall in the fight. In fact, we don't even have a burst user in our team here at all. But we are still building around a team around Yang to kind of maximize his damage by having both a good amount of HP damage up effect, maximizing our batteries as well as much as possible, basically setting up kicks, all the kicks encounters for Yang in the best way possible, given the context of the fight as well, of course, because we are still gonna do a LUFENIA fight. Now, how this team works is basically like this. We have Yang as our main AoE damage dealer, of course, that's gonna counter and kick like crazy. I also wanted to give Yang a tanking call abilities. In this case, it's Celes, the Celes one, to basically let Yang taunt the enemies. What this does is basically maximize our chances of using his C50 passive counters as well. So not only we will counter with the normal LD kicks, but also the passive kicks as much as possible, if we can. So we're gonna get basically 4 turns with the Celes runic here, which also allows us to absorb magic effects and gain a bunch of bravery. And also with the freeze drive, we can also taunt with that. Now, we also have Serah. With Serah, it's imperative to try and keep 6 debuffs at all times on the enemies, which we should be able to do with this team. Serah by herself puts 4, then we have Gabrand Colonaire to have the HP damage up effect, and also the poison effect, which by the way we have 4 poisons effect with this team, which is pretty crazy, all very strong as well, so enemies are gonna have like no bravery every turn. And the main goal for Serah here is not only to have 6 debuff and proc her powerful LD aura, but mostly is actually to battery as much as possible, and give the also powerful buffs from Moonlight that she gives. And then we have Ignis. Ignis here is gonna be mostly played defensively. That's because we wanna play with the HP regen, because the fight that we're going to do requires so, as the orb condition. So we're gonna play a defensive Ignis, which is gonna be mainly focused around putting the Sagefire debuff on the enemy and getting the Fire Enchant for Yang. That's the absolute priority. But also because we're gonna be in a kind of defensive stance most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, we will also battery a bunch. We also have a Jackal for good measure, because why not? If we can, we will use it. And I'm also running Brothers here. This is very subjective with this team, because we could run a variety of different stuff. I am gonna try and run Brothers, because I believe that we do have enough auras and bravery damage amp effect overall to have good damage throughout the fight, and but we also have a ton of battery with this team, so I really want to maximize the battery and get Yang to do that powerful split HP damage kicks. So I'm gonna run with Brothers. We also have a Garland friend. We will see how to use him. Mostly I think it's gonna be through the end stages of the fight to maximize our to delay them a little bit, maximize our damage a little bit more if we can. I don't think it's needed at all. We could run these without any friend support, I think, and do totally fine. But let's see. Alright, so the fight that we are doing is the Amidatelion Lost Chapter fight, which we also did in the last episode of Team Building, so you are probably used to seeing that now. The orb condition is HP regen. They go into shells, take less bravery damage, you need to break them. Yeah, they do. The main thing of this fight is that you get delayed 1 turn every time you take an action. So keep that in mind. Alright, we start with Serah here, so I'm gonna start putting Circle of Judgment right away. So we have 6 debuffs right away on the enemies, and Paradigm Shift combo right away to proc our LD aura. With Ignis, we're gonna go the memory lane pass tree, so defensive stance and Sage Fire right away. Alright, then we have Yang. Now with Yang, we could start doing Oboro strikes right away. I mean, we could, honestly. I think I'm gonna do a freeze dive first. So we have 6 frame debuff on them now. We have the enchant. We have pretty much everything set up. So yeah, we can Oboro strike. All right. Okay. Here we go. Those are the counter kicks that we are looking for. Basically 160k damage counter there with the battery and everything. We also have the Magic Tech Ice Block, which gives us a little bit of bravery back. Alright, we still need to proc Moonlight, which is very important to do. There we go. Good boy, Yang. And now, if we are lucky, we counter with the passive counter as well. We didn't in this case. Alright. The hardest thing in this fight with Yang, because of the delay, is keeping up the Twin Wing Frenzy buff, which only lasts 3 turns, remember? So that's the hardest part with Yang, keeping everything up. Kick is gonna do max damage here. Okay, here we go. That's the counter, the C50 counter, which also procs on eBay. Okay. Very nice. As you can see, basically we chain battery. For example, usually with the turn orders here, Serah batteries Ignis, that then batteries Yang. It's kind of a little bit of a chain of batteries going on. Alright. We only have 1 turn left on our Oboro strikes. Yeah, let's use focus. Very nice. Okay, we have Ultima Arrow to use. Yeah, let's use it. Alright. Okay, I am gonna do a quick recipe. Okay, now we do have Twin Kicks Frenzy here that we can use. Since we don't have the... with Yang, you really don't want to use Kick Recovery when you have your buffs up, otherwise you lose one turn of them. So we can use Kick Recovery now, a little bit. We almost have Overwhelm ready as well. We're gonna... well, we're gonna regroup, keep our buffs up. Alright, and now we can we can use Twin Kicks Frenzy. Restore our buffs up. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to refresh memory lane. Pass 3 here, but first Overwhelm. Overwhelm, let's put Yang on first. Very nice. And now with Yang I'm gonna Oboro Strike. Okay, we broke A, so out of the shell. It's gonna take more damage now. And yeah, also Moonlight. Start battering again. Still have 2 turns of Taunt. Alright. One more Moonlight. Very nice. I really like when you proc the double counters there, it's really cool. Alright, we need to refresh memory lane. Okay, Yang now. Yeah, let's do one more kick. Do we still have Sage Fire on them? Yes. But I think we could honestly reapply it too. For now it's just HP attack and battery. Okay. We need to start refreshing our debuffs since our first initial wave of debuffs is going down. Remember that with the Yang LD buff on, our whole party cannot be broken normally with just bravery damage. So that's also a really strong defensive tool. Okay, in case. Alright, Yang. Let's see what we can do here. They have a bunch of turns which would be nice to have Oboro Strikes ready for, but probably not this time. We're gonna refresh Oboro Strikes, sorry, Twin Wing Frenzy first. Keep in mind that these monsters absorb earth, but even if since we have Ignis, we don't really care for that since we hit fire anyway. Okay, it's about time that we refresh our Gabrant's buff too, or debuffs too. But first, let's Moonlight again. We have a launch. Okay, let's see. I would say that we can do a... Yeah, let's do a quick recipe. We get delayed a little bit here, 1 turn. See if we can still proc the counter from Yang. Yes, very nice. So all that battery didn't go to waste there. Memory lane pastry, we still keep defensive stance here. Alright. We reproc our stuff here with Gabrant, our debuffs. And well, we could also reapply Sagefire, which we, just reuse the ability, Let's do a bunch of AoE. And we could also start thinking about using a Garland Friend and Burst. I'm probably gonna well, we could do a lot of different ways to use our friend here, but well, for now let's just use paradigm shift combo, refresh the buff, get battery, survive the hits here. Okay, time to Oboro Strike again. Okay, we're not gonna use Overwhelm here. We could... No, I'm gonna just HP attack with Pastry, Battery. Okay, they went back into the shell. And... yeah, let's just wound here. We have enough poison effects that they will go very low in bravery. In fact, they have 4 poisons on them. All right. Here we can let's set up Rurik again. So we taunt them once again. We have Twin Wing Frenzy, yes, let's use it. Okay. Let's set up one more Moonlight. And just attack again, pass 3, battery, and kick. Counter, no. Okay, let's just use Ultima Arrow now. Round break. It's not gonna break us because we have Oboro strikes on us. So Serah stays at 1. 1 bravery. Double counters, alright, nice. In case. Okay. Let's set up a Jack, our Jack Cole here as well. Okay. Overwhelm into Garland in place of Serah, I think, at this point. And yeah, because I want to really keep the enchant, the fire enchant, and use brothers as summon, so we need to keep Ignis. I want to keep Young, and yeah, we will have a little bit less overall battery maybe, but it should be okay. Okay. Overwhelm on this guy. Serah first. Unfortunately, one of them is in case, so takes less damage. Alright. Below 30%, they lose the orb effect, so that's when we can go more offensive with Ignis too. Okay. Let's reapply Sage Fire. Try and delay them a little bit as much as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna do one regroup here actually. Let's see. No, let's refresh Twin Wing Frenzy first. Alright. Won't be able to keep burst effect up all the time with Garland here. Alright. I'm more focus. And then overwhelm. Well, actually we were able to in the end, more or less. Okay. Oboro strikes, the last one, a little bit late even. All right. Still had to use the last jack there, the last Jacko. Okay, just use the last sage fire here. Okay, nice. Welcome back, Serah. All right. All right, perfect. And that's the end of our good old slugs here. And we did everything pretty well, I think. Probably Garland Friends wasn't the best for this fight, actually. Yeah, but other than that, we did pretty well. Everything went according to plans. You saw Yang tanking with the call abilities and proccing counters with that. The crazy battery with Ignis and Serah. 6 debuffs at all times, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much everything that we wanted to do, we were able to do. The fight gave us no problems at all, as you saw. And yeah, I think it is stuff like that, like Yang as your main DPS. It's really fun when you are able to empower him in this way, with all the crazy counters and kicks. It really feels like the FF4 monk that he is. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you tried Yang in different ways, different combinations. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon on the next videos.